Brace yourselves for the state of the economy. Today we unravel the deceptive facade of a seemingly robust jobs report and plunge into the grim reality that the media won't dare touch. In a recent conversation with Peter Schiff, chief economist and global strategist, he sounds the alarm on an economic landscape teetering on the edge of disaster. In the aftermath of President Biden's self-congratulatory moment over the latest jobs report, Schiff pulls back the curtain, revealing a less than rosy truth. The reported job growth is a house of cards, with a significant portion of workers merely ending strikes or re-entering the job market. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. As the conversation intensifies, Schiff delves into the soaring price of gold, a silent scream echoing the economic woes ahead. Inflation, dismissed by some as a passing concern, emerges as a threat. Schiff warns that the Federal Reserve's assurances are mere words, and we are hurtling toward a financial crisis more severe than the infamous 2008 meltdown. Schiff paints a vivid picture of a ticking time bomb within our banking system and a national debt spiral that threatens to plunge us into darkness. The interest costs alone are a looming threat. Peter Schiff is an American economist, financial broker, and author renowned for his insights into economics, finance, and investment. His fame primarily stems from his notably accurate predictions leading up to the 2008 financial crisis. As the founder and CEO of Euro-Pacific Capital, a registered broker-dealer specializing in foreign markets, Schiff has established himself as a prominent figure in the financial world. The 2021 job report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics touted a surge in employment, with 528,000 new jobs and a dip in the unemployment rate to 3.5%. However, delving into the numbers, Peter Schiff, in a podcast dissecting the data, exposes the hidden truth behind the supposed strong job market narrative. While the mainstream narrative champions the idea that robust job creation signals economic strength, Schiff urges a closer look beneath the surface. However, Schiff asserts that beneath the veneer of job creation lies a different and less optimistic story. Contrary to the optimistic facade, Schiff argues that the numbers don't reflect strength in the labor market. Instead, they highlight underlying weakness in the economy. He emphasizes that job creation, in and of itself, doesn't equate to a robust labor market. It's a nuanced perspective that challenges the prevailing narrative of economic resilience, urging a more critical examination of the data. In July of that year, wages experienced a modest uptick of 0.5%, contributing to a year-on-year increase of 5.2% in average hourly wages. However, this seemingly positive development was overshadowed by the stark reality of a 9.2% consumer price index, resulting in a continuous decline in real wages. The critical question, according to Peter Schiff, is not merely about the quantity of jobs being created, but the quality of compensation. Despite the job market seemingly flourishing, a closer look at real wages revealed a concerning trend. In a labor market where real wages are plummeting, particularly by as much as 4%, Schiff argues that this doesn't reflect strength, but rather vulnerability. In a strong job market, workers usually have the power to ask for and get higher pay or find better jobs elsewhere. But according to Schiff, in today's job market, workers don't have that power. They end up accepting lower wages because they can't negotiate as effectively. Even if they get a pay raise, if it's not enough to keep up with inflation, it's like they're actually earning less. This different perspective challenged common ideas about creating jobs and highlights the need to carefully look at the overall economic situation. Peter Schiff pointed out a significant flaw in the official unemployment numbers. The government primarily relies on the headline unemployment rate, which only includes a part of the unemployed population. In contrast, U6 considers not only the unemployed but also underemployed individuals and those who have stopped looking for full-time work for over a year. In that report, U6 was at 6.7%, but when factoring in long-term discouraged workers, the real unemployment rate potentially exceeded 10%. This emphasizes a broader perspective on unemployment that goes beyond the headline number. Schiff argued that comparing the unemployment rate to historical rates is misleading due to changes in measurement method. He contended that historical rates were lower, emphasizing the need for a more honest assessment of the current situation. The alarming rise in the number of individuals working multiple jobs, reaching 7,540,000, poses a question. Why the need for a second job? Schiff contends that in a genuinely robust labor market, one job should suffice, but the current situation reveals a weak job market where wages are insufficient to make ends meet, forcing individuals to take on additional work to cope with the economic challenges. Schiff's credibility soared due to his prescient warnings about the housing bubble and the subsequent economic downturn in 2008. His accurate forecasts regarding the vulnerabilities in the financial system and the impending crisis lent him significant recognition and a following among those who value insights into economic trends. A distinctive feature of Schiff's perspective lies in his critical stance on government fiscal and monetary policy. He advocates for limited government intervention in the economy, champions sound money principles, and promotes the virtues of free market capitalism. His viewpoints have resonated with individuals who share similar concerns about the potential consequences of extensive government involvement in economic affairs. Beyond his roles in the financial industry, Schiff has made a mark as an author and speaker. His book, Crash Proof: How to Profit from the Coming Economic Collapse, outlines his views on the vulnerabilities within the financial system. Regular appearances on Financial News Channel and his podcast, The Peter Schiff Show, have further solidified his presence in mainstream media, allowing him to disseminate his economic perspectives to a broader audience. In his capacity as the CEO of Euro-Pacific Capital, Schiff provides investment services that emphasize international and commodity-based investment. His investment strategy often aligns with his economic views, stressing the importance of diversification and encouraging investments outside the U.S. market. In a recent tweet, Peter Schiff voiced his apprehensions about the economic landscape in 2024. Schiff specifically targets the Federal Reserve's endeavors to re-establish price stability, cautioning that these efforts might lead to unintended consequences such as a recession and a resurgence of high inflation. Schiff's tweet reflects a divergence between market optimism and his forecast. He notes that investors currently seem convinced that the Federal Reserve has achieved a remarkable feat, successfully restoring price stability without triggering a recession, akin to a miraculous soft landing. However, Schiff's prediction for 2024 introduces an unexpected twist. Rather than a smooth economic trajectory, he anticipates a crash into recession, challenging the prevailing narrative. Furthermore, Schiff warns of the return of high inflation, signaling a potentially turbulent economic landscape. Peter Schiff's recent prediction, shared a few days ago, present a stark contrast to the prevailing optimism among investors regarding the Federal Reserve's action. Investors have been buoyed by the belief that the Fed has skillfully navigated the economic landscape, averting a recession without triggering inflation. The clock is ticking, and the warning signs are glaring. Are you truly prepared for what lies ahead? Stay informed, engaged, and be part of the conversation that could redefine our understanding of the economy. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more thought-provoking content. Thanks for watching. Until next time.